percent here, so we will begin. First item, and you've got some minutes there if you'd like to look over them quickly minutes. You want to sign them and give it up to Jennifer. And then you better get your hand ready. All right. We are going to accept the minutes as presented and move on to certify the November 5th election.
Okay, there were no Yokava ballots that arrived today. So what our results were from yesterday, the 166 that we added in.
We don't even need to print out.
No, everything is exactly the same as what we had yesterday. So we are ready to certify, and as usual, we have the state's abstract that they require for us. I always print 3 copies for us to sign. We send one to the state, we keep one, and we file one with the county clerk's office.
It's almost too small a type to read, but.
And it's not in a user-friendly.
Oh, no
format.
kidding.
That's the
Yeah,
one. Yeah, it's not easily read. I think, like I said, it's a statewide report that runs out of that election night reporting computer.
Right.
And it just gets filed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, can somebody compare those signatures?
No, definitely not, no, definitely not. I'm making a point by doing that.
Okay. The next certificate is the certificate that we print from our computer, that we process the results. So that has everything on it that we put it on in Washington County. There is at the top, if you'll see, yeah, you can unpaper clip them. That's just the front cover. You'll see there's a place for you to initial the top.
You want us to initial each page? Or
Yeah, or
just the first page?
you can just initial the first page, because that's
Okay.
all, it's all paper clipped together. And once again, we'll keep an original, file one with the county clerk as well.
And we didn't quite get 70%.
No,
but
we
got
were close.
Guess I could do what I was doing the other day and truncate my signature. Because I certainly did do it. I may start doing that as we get more of those done.
Yeah, when we get into all the
Oh,
municipalities.
yeah, baby.
So we do individual certificates for county offices and municipal offices only. So this first set is for justice of the peace, and I can just pass these out too.
Sure.
That way you can just sign in a folder. So we have justice of the peace, constable. Each of the cities have their own municipal races. I'll hold off on the specials until we get these
okay.
done.
Yeah.
I always do duplicates of the certificate because it never fails that someone loses theirs that we send them. So this way I don't have to convene a meeting for the commission to come back in. So there you go. So yeah, so there's
Give
one
them a
for each of
start.
the cities, yeah. So this year for the constables, they were actually elected in the spring election, and they weren't on the ballot. So, you know, it was kind of like when I was prepping everything, I was like, oh, constables, I can't fit the constables because we haven't even looked at them in 6 months.
Did that change, or were they just
They
uncontested?
were just uncontested. There was a primary, election for one of them.
There were only 3 or 4 total, right?
Yeah, and so we ended up with all uncontested.
Isn't there, actually the potential for one in every JP district? Or
So-
did that law change?
So it used to be, so the township or the constable position is set in the Constitution.
Right.
And we used to have a constable for every JP district.
Mhm.
And that was important when you didn't have as big of a law enforcement, when you didn't have agencies that could serve papers, when there were all sorts of.
Assuming they were relied on to do that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And so in a big county, when you have other services that do that and you have local law enforcement and all of that, constables no longer were as important to
Mhm.
the community as other offices. So when Judge Edwards was here, she dropped
when it
the
was?
15 down to 3
Gotcha.
regions. And so we only have 3 constables. I think you might be able to take it down to 1, but you can't get rid of it completely
Yeah, because it's constitutional.
because it's a constitutional office. They actually, their filing fee, I think that they pay is more than what they actually earn as a constable.
So you really want to do that job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think their filing fee, I don't know, I felt like it was like $10
Yeah.
or something like that, and I think they get paid like $7.50 or something, it's like.
Wow.
Small. So, yeah.
If you go back far enough, constables used to be the bailiffs and
Yeah.
process servers for JP courts.
Oh, for JP
Oh,
courts,
interesting.
okay.
That's why they're township officials.
Got
Okay.
it.
They served a much more active purpose back then, didn't they?
Mhm.
What were the JP courts, Tom?
They were horrible, but that's an
Is
opinion.
that an editorial
I've-
comment?
Are they like small claims court?
Experience.
Okay, it's like small claims court, okay.
Because back in those days, your district or circuit court judges actually had a circuit,
Oh, yeah,
multiple
that's
counties that they would
right.
travel through. So if you had something that had to be done immediately, JP court.
Mm.
And a lot of them still do have circuits, especially down in South Arkansas, some of the smaller counties, bigger areas.
Figure out the mess.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, even for us, we have one that serves in Madison County too.
Yeah, it's technically both.
Benton
Yeah.
County was
District,
the
yeah.
Benton
Yeah.
County
Exactly.
District, or Washington
Yeah.
County, sorry.
Yeah, it's technically both.
But yeah, you get southeast Arkansas and the judges travel around to half a dozen different counties.
Yeah. Yeah, JP courts.
So in your wealth of knowledge, why is a county judge called a county judge?
I've always-
Was that ever a court? I mean, was-
Still is a county courts.
Okay.
And here's a very limited range of cases,
Uh-huh,
but like if you're appealing your property tax assessment, it goes to county court.
okay,
And the county judge will hear that, and there's a handful of others. but-
okay. I'm just always
Yeah.
curious, like why it had that, if it had to have a historical thing.
Sure.
Question, okay, so my question is, if the county judge is a judge, but they haven't went to law school, how are they do that?
They're not that type of judge, like
Yeah, so that's why I'm curious, like, why would they get the title of judge if they haven't went to law school?
it's historical. I
It's-
think.
Not
It's
supposed to make
historical.
sense.
It's
you know?
real confusing and
Well,
historical.
in Arkansas, for the
Yeah.
longest time, you did not have to be an attorney to be elected a judge.
Right.
I believe they
Yeah.
changed that, but
Yeah,
I just
think
felt
that's
like it had
correct,
to be
yeah.
a historical
Yeah.
name and that at one point they must have heard cases.
Well, and Tom's right, they still
still
do on
do, yeah.
occasion, I've had cases that, the appeal was to the county judge.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
so
the
there's
Board
still
of
are.
Equalization, if somebody
Oh,
appeals from
yeah.
I've
that.
been
they go to
there,
the
yeah.
county judge.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in, election law, don't we have a, election?
So we do, we have sheriffs and
Yeah.
judges and, yeah, so that, now as long as I've been here, they've always been supervisors.
Right, right.
But in South Arkansas, I know in
Do they
particular,
still call
they
them
call them sheriffs and judges and so, yeah, so.
that? Wow.
So that
Really
definitely has
specific.
helped.
Precinct sheriff wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Back when you
Yeah.
had those. That was awful too.
Pass. You don't have these in any particular,
No, I just have them by
okay.
city.
No,
I like got history and
I have worked,
exchange numbers and.
I have worked in lots of places.
My father-in-law was a circuit judge in
Oh, wow.
Malvern years ago.
Hmm,
I don't think he ever got his law degree.
huh, no kidding. Wow, interesting.
The means, really means.
Yeah, very interesting. Hmm.
He and, Bill Clinton got crosswise.
Uh-oh.
When Clinton was the,
Attorney General.
Attorney General.
Oh, that-
I remember.
What over?
Oh, Clinton accused Judge Lewis of going to sleep in the courtroom.
A common complaint.
Wasn't the first or last time it's happened with a judge in Arkansas.
But you have to know the
Either make your
judge.
case interesting or I'm going to sleep.
I know a great many judges who will sit on the bench with their eyes closed, but they hear everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And they
How
can
funny.
recite it back to you.
I think, Judge Means, I mean, crossed over every once in a while, several ways. He apparently was, sitting in for somebody at some court one time where there was no smoking policy. He didn't pay attention to it.
No, no.
I was in the circuit court in Grant County one time, Sheridan. And right above the judge's bench, they had one of those totally ugly red and black signs, says no smoking. Judge sat there through the whole case.
Oh,
smoking.
no.
And I asked
I
him
don't
one
know.
time and he just looked at me
Okay,
and
I'll
said,
take these.
who is
I'll
going to
trade.
tell me I can't smoke in my courtroom?
Need to put,
Smoking's one of those things that now you just hardly don't see it at all. But when
Yeah.
you watch older movies and they're like on a plane smoking, or, you know, even in the
In the
hospital.
hospital, yeah. That's how I did that all the time. We don't smoke in the hospital.
Yeah.
The only place you did smoke was at church, literally.
Wow.
I'm old enough that I've been on commercial airplanes where
Yeah.
smoking was.
Mhm.
They used to have designated smoking areas in high schools.
Oh, in hospitals.
Right there.
I was gonna say, there was, there was probably one at our high school, but I don't know that it was actually designated. It was called the smoking.
There's a local section. We had, the high school had it. We had a smoking section.
Ours was just off school grounds, so they couldn't do anything to the students that were over there, other than say, recruitment. So that was the smoking tree and the fist fight tree.
Yep.
My ex-husband's gonna have a shorter name. Or maybe I'll do it.
I just have your current husband change his.
Well, I usually call him O, so maybe I should start writing Renee O.
Yeah, RL. All you need.
We're about to celebrate 55 years of marriage, so I don't think I'm gonna trade him in for a new model.
Train.
Mr. Name, if you'll, mom, yes, how do I pronounce your last name?
Oschlager.
Okay.
It's a lot easier than it
Is
looks.
German?
Yes, it is. It means either oil beater or it can mean wine press.
Huh.
I would go with the wine one.
Yeah.
So, what I would think.
Well, the German part of it, there is a settlement in Missouri called Herman, Missouri, where the many Oschlagers settled. And they had vineyards and a winery. So, but I understand that it could also have to do with beating olives.
Hmm.
And that's where the beet comes from.
They used to do Oktoberfest in Herman.
Yes.
How was it?
For this part of the world, it was not bad.
Yeah.
Nothing like the real thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lots of old German settlements in Missouri.
Yeah,
There's one in Texas that used to have a big October.
yeah.
Do you just slow that trivial pursuit?
People will not play.
Yeah.
Retired undefeated. Used to go to the bars when they had the electronic trivia game. They would sign on, people would see that name and start fading away.
Have to start signing under a different name.
One
that
right
too.
there at the
Did
end.
I miss one?
Yeah, just one,
I'll get it.
yeah.
Nice there. I know pretty much.
I have not been myself, but two of my older brothers were in the army in Germany. One of them married a girl from Berlin.
An opportunity to visit my brother when he was still living over. Went down that road, but it was so different. It was real. Nice. Christmas was.
You get finished so quickly.
I'm not sure if I am finished, and maybe I.
Did you look
Or
at
just-
signature?
Well, yeah.
Just shortened it up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why is it that the three of you get to compare other people's signatures? Nobody looks at yours.
That's what I'm saying, Tom. That's what I'm saying.
It's not fair.
We're just following the law. I guess they can change that anytime they want, right?
They sure could. change.
Maybe they should.
I think they should, I mean, I think there's no question they should. You can see what it's saying, copies like,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
that, to me, that's the verification. piece,
Yeah.
Right? The signature was an antiquated, I mean, historical.
Yeah,
Sure, you know,
yeah.
signature comparison, but to me, it's just a.
have
antiquated
you-
Standard.
Have you written a list of things that we need to pursue?
No,
the next-
I will.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Yes.
Max, are you familiar with the Charles Dickens quote about the law?
Maybe, what was that?
Yeah.
I forget which story off the top of my head there, but the guy was in court, you know, disputing with his wife, and the lawyer says to him, well, if I were to tell you the law says this, what would you reaction be? Well, I would say, sir, the law is an ass.
He,
I do remember that one.
he was quite unhappy about the law, as I understand it, because he had significant issues with it when he was a child. His family did,
No, not uncommon.
and I think was it his father was sent to debtor's prison, yeah, among other things. He was not a happy camper with them. Oh, those are mine. I'm the one that's slowing everything down.
got that old big long name.
That's it.
Now, Max, I know you know the Shakespeare quote.
I do. Misused many times by people.
But it's so good.
It's applicable.
Well, I'm gonna give you that, but you need to do those, but it goes in this folder.
Okay.
So, move ahead. Are you checking? to make sure?
Yeah, I am. Just check the first set.
Okay, please, enough, but OG.
Perfect.
Like my name signature to be readable, but anyone, I don't care about the other. It's people want to spell it. That's what you want? Lessons from Mr. Lawrence.
Without the-
Yeah.
it's just, you know, hey, look at that,
Right, he's going there.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, I need those.
Yeah.
Well, here, you was him.
yeah.
Those two.
Those, all right.
You get the impression the SBEC will look at any legislation.
They are, I have a feeling we'll meet in December and kind of discuss, because they have to have their legislative packet prepared and then kind of approved by the governor's office. They don't just
Oh.
Is that how they do
present,
it?
so, yeah. They always try and just present procedural things.
Yeah.
And so I know that there may be some things in their packet.
You have kind of worked with them to some degree to suggest things in the past.
Yes, and we have, so they have a task force basically, and, that's, have been a member of that, yeah, so. Yeah,
I thought we were here for 3 or 4 hours. And it's been less than 30
I
minutes.
think
Cranking through it.
we've got, you should just, it's just, okay, those, the console is good. Oh, the Beaver Water District, yeah,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
yeah. Cause I almost forgot about Beaver Water District too. For me.
This is very good. It's-
Mr. Nolan. But last.
So Max, have you learned how little sleep you can function on?
Yeah.
No, he's got a long way to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yes and no. It's, she slept pretty well for, it's about 3 or 4 months. She wakes up once in the night and eats, but that's it. So pretty good, really pretty good. Man, it's more the being able to get anything done on days. I
Oh,
had to
yeah.
Take her to a doctor's
Oh, yeah.
at 8 this morning.
Yeah.
And then I had to take her to daycare after that, and then I went into the office. And then I have so much to do, and I cranked it out of the office, but then I had this meeting, and then,
My
You
heart
know.
is just breaking to hear.
yeah.
So sorry,
It's just, I don't know how parents, we don't know how parents get anything done.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
well,
how
you're,
do you get anything
your
done?
whole
How do you get anything done at
attention
work
is
or around the
elsewhere.
house or anything?
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
In the back of your head, you're always thinking
Oh, here they-
of the things
Oh, there they
that
are. Okay, they got.
require attention from your children rather than
Yeah,
it makes a lot of difference.
that's it. So yeah, the sleep is okay, but everything else is falling apart slowly.
You're learning the actual meaning of distraction.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But there's also blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Huge blessing.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, there.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. Yes. The multiplication. Did we get everybody?
Yeah, we're just double checking.
Good, sure. I
Okay.
appreciate the double check.
Yeah, because I just don't want us to have to come back
Right.
to
There's-
sign
yeah,
a-
there's-
for an unopposed candidate or something like that. So,
Yeah.
okay, so this is the city of Greenland special election. These documents they send us and we just plug in the numbers. So there are
Okay.
3 of those for the city of Greenland.
Okay.
And their bonds all passed.
Nice.
Yeah, sewer, I think most of us. Yeah, I think they were having issues. Yeah, so that was good.
Oh, that's right.
Greenland. Yeah. Yeah.
That was, didn't you say that was like their second effort at it?
No, so, no, I'm trying to think. I don't think Goshen has had one for a
Oh,
while.
okay. But all the Tawny Town things passed, right?
They did, yes. Okay, so this is the city of Goshen. I did one for them, even though it did fail. But that is the city of Goshen's. Which I thought, there was a news article about that. They didn't know it would cause so much controversy.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there was a lot of questions, and we fielded a lot of questions just as.
Oh, did you?
the office From voters wanting to know, could they vote in the election?
Well,
If they,
Oh,
if they
yeah.
owned the land but didn't live there, that we got that question quite
Yeah.
a bit,
But not registered to vote there.
No, they live somewhere else, but they own land.
Mhm.
So unfortunately,
Yeah.
you can only
Right.
vote for one. But, so yeah, so. And then city of Fayetteville, which is, I've never seen such numbers in one way versus the other. This was the Sunday liquor sales. So
Yeah.
it's like.
Yeah. You knew that was gonna pass. It's
You
just a
did.
question how much.
How much? Oh, yeah, so that one was quite a significant one.
Was there any any visible opposition? to
No,
it?
not that I ever saw. The city of Goshen was the only one where I saw visible
Oh,
opposition,
Yeah.
to the special election, and it was quite a bit.
How'd they organize?
I don't know, I guess it was just total grassroots, and they had a couple of meetings after they had passed the resolution. And residents went, and so there was a lot of misinformation too, because, at first, they thought only the people in the annexation area could vote. And then, they thought that, that only city people got to vote, so it was misinformation. This is Tawny Town Area Fire Department.
Hey, it'll finally be in the right place.
Yes, so,
Where is it now?
We have to pay for it. They send us an invoice by mail once a year.
Oh.
So now it'll be on the county's, property tax.
So was it was it?
Yeah,
voluntary
it
before?
actually was voluntary.
Oh, yeah.
And I always thought, well, I'm certainly not gonna be the one to
Sure.
not pay it.
I mean, will folks, insurance rates go down because of that? That's one of the main things they look at.
I hadn't even thought about that.
what their
It
rating is.
should.
Depends on the equipment and
Yeah.
staffing level.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
this
Probably
is
over.
the city of, Tawny Town special election. And there's extra little marks in it. You'll see after the against, that was in their formatting and I couldn't get it.
Oh.
They sent it to me, couldn't get rid of them, so. I
That's
just
all right.
Left them.
Yeah, that's, all of those things, I really wanted them to pass, but since we're not actually in Tommy. I was glad. to-
Yeah, it seems like it wasn't, sometimes you have elections where it's just no for everything.
Well-
but all the specials with the exception of.
Remember how we couldn't put this on the last ballot?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I know. It felt kind of,
Well, Madison County had a loss,
oh, did
What
they?
was it? What happened over there?
asking for sales tax to fund the operation of the new jail they are building.
What?
Oh, yeah, separate question.
That they're already building?
So wait, the new jail to build it was in a prior election?
Yes, and that got approved.
Yeah,
But they voted down the money for operations. which-
That-
For operations.
that happened in Newton County a number of years ago, but it was during the same election, same year. They voted to build the jail, but not the staff.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What do they do then?
They don't have the money is what they do.
Try again next time.
Their only option.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Yeah.
I say that's the only option. Somebody could suggest that this is a prime opportunity for multiple jurisdictions to
Oh,
work out some sort of arrangement, because
Yeah.
the jail will be there.
Yeah.
Whiteman County, Benton County, probably Carroll County, have some money going.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, I had heard that in
That's
the
a thought.
past.
You're right. That's good.
They were looking at it as a regional jail,
But that's
not now.
according to the county judge in Madison. County.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
interesting.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
So
what
that
else?
is it for the.
Cool.
That,
Okay.
we're done. We're done.
Wow, yay, I bet you guys are totally relieved.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
next item.
the next is the logic and accuracy, certificate for the runoff election.
Okay.
So this is much smaller than the previous one we did. So this is just the zero and then how we tested the equipment and the results from that test.
Alright. Once we get that out of the way, it'll be a new year.
Just need one of them.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have Lacey and Becky's signature, and everything, because we'll file it with Becky's office. I do think we'll have a pretty good turnout for the Fayetteville election.
With, you said over 1,000 absentees?
Yes,
Wow.
yeah,
So
Huge right there.
that right there tells you,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we'll have a good turnout. And I also think the city of Prairie Grove will have a good turnout. They have
Oh,
always
yeah.
historically voted at a higher percentage than a lot of the other communities.
Mhm.
So I think we'll have a decent turnout for that election.
Good.
So, yeah.
Go ahead and sell them. And you guys can have a couple days off before things really get rolling, huh?
Yeah. And like I said, on election day, our main thing will be recreating all of those,
Right.
instant runoff ballots. So we'll have to
Yeah.
process
And
them.
how many did you say we had?
We haven't opened up the bag to go through them yet, because some will just be for that US Congress 3.
Right,
If it is considered an instant automatic runoff, because statistically, if you had a tie, you would have to have a runoff. So you have to kind of send it out, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So some of those may just be for that US Congress, but we labeled the ones by precinct.
Okay.
So we'll go through them and start getting that separated. When we start canvassing the ballots, is when we'll start to go through that process for those instant runoff ballots as well.
Okay.
So,
Hopefully it won't be a lot, but
well, I'll be bringing in a team to do those, so we'll be ready to go for that.
super, So our next meeting is December the 3rd
Yes.
for the runoff. What time do you want? I mean, I know you want me to get here. What time?
I would think if you're there by 11:30 or so,
Okay.
and I can text you that way.
Yeah, that might work.
And I can text you, I can
Yes.
text you beforehand
Okay.
to let you know about, like, when we start canvassing that Tuesday before, I'll have a good idea
Right.
of what we're looking
Right.
at. Because I hate for you to get there too early and we ended up not having very many.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll just
Like
kind of,
today.
yeah, I'll just let you know.
Okay,
So, yeah.
okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And what time do you want us there to begin? After 6?
I think if the commission is there at 6:30.
Okay.
I think will be plenty of time, because if I have you there, Renee, we can
Mhm.
run ballots in
right.
and do all of that, and that way
I'll do this.
at the sheriff's annex is where we'll be.
Not in this room.
No, no. If we had only had one ballot box, I think we would have done it here.
Yeah.
Because it would have been a lot of moving parts to go over there, but
Right.
with that many absentee ballots and 11 boxes of
Right.
of
Oh, yeah.
stuff, it'd be too tight in here. It was tight in here yesterday.
You noticed that, huh?
Yeah. So
So we don't know the time.
so for
6:30.
the commission, 6:30, for the full commission, 6:30, yeah.
Yeah.
I just need a commissioner to approve ballots for us as we're recreating them.
Okay,
What else?
any other business? Other business? Anyone? Comments?
Yeah, y'all are cool. Y'all did good. Super smooth, you know, I mean, because like realistically, I travel throughout the whole state, right? So, I have seen not so smooth, you know,
Oh.
so. I actually Washington County, I live in Washington County, so I might be a little biased, right? But,
We like that.
you know, I definitely, I'm a fan of Jennifer and.
We all are.
And the commission, you guys are really good at what you do. So yeah, I'm digging it. Good stuff.
Cool, thank you,
We
thank you.
appreciate your coming.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. Okay.
Come back when you can.
Now I'm gonna go and meet you. I have a boxing match to get ready to
Oh,
watch.
my goodness.
Oh, yeah, on Netflix tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think we may actually watch that.
Yeah. I conflicted because